Hey, apologies about that, guys. Tech issues. What can you do? First one going live. Thanks for everyone who's kind of stuck with us. Apologies about the sounds. Hopefully, you guys can all hear it now. And if you're watching it, London playing Cheshire, amazing game for both teams. And already, Shavar Reynolds is going absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts, hitting threes left, right, and centre. For these two teams, both of them have been massively competitive over kind of the last few years. In particular, the things that you kind of love to see, you'd love to see them getting back to kind of that 23-24 rivalry. I think, to be honest, that's kind of what we're all hoping for. We're hoping for they get back to that point where we have, in the BBL Trophy, Cheshire knocking them out in the in the finals, Sam Decker hitting that three in the corner. Um, these teams haven't been massively competitive. I'm excited to see what happens. And already Cameron McGusty is being way, way more aggressive than he was in that Leicester game. I think that was one of the massive surprises, I think. He just wasn't there in Leicester. He wasn't being aggressive. And already you can see him looking for a shot a little bit more, playing with way, way more focus. That's got to be a charge, though. Jeez. For me, when I think about kind of X factors in this, Skylar White, he's going to be the main big factor. I think he was huge against Manchester a couple of days ago, and so I think if he can play equally as big here, it's going to be really, really good sign for the Cheshire Phoenix. But that's not going to do it though. That's flipping not going to do it. Oh man, Ethan, you're amazing. Sounds working. Love that, and thanks for sticking with it, guys. I appreciate it. Really interesting for this game. I'm not too much of a betting man, but the spread was absolutely insanely huge on this. The spread was 13.5. So to be honest, like before I saw both games on Friday, so before I saw London play Leicester and before I saw Cheshire play Manchester, I had London winning this one easily. But now a spread of 13.5, I would 100% hit the under on that. I think Cheshire are definitely going to cover that. But they're looking good. They're looking good to start. Appreciate everyone who's kind of stuck with the stream again. Apologies about the sound issues. Um, I've got to let you know as well, or I've got to get your comments as well in the chat around what you guys think about these kits. Um, they are bright orange, like, and I know that's like a normal Cheshire colour, but I'm not sure how I feel about them, to be honest. We've got an episode dropping soon where I'm looking at all the kits, and they look a little bit like my daughter loves Despicable Me, and there's a evil guy in Despicable Me that looks just like this Cheshire away kit. I think good colour, good trim. The writing's just not there for me though. For Cheshire, just think about what they did against Manchester. One of the things that really knocked them and stopped them from kind of winning the last game was the fact they got off to a slow start. So it's a little bit painful to kind of see them doing that same thing here, that same slow start. Ideally, I think if you're going to be at London, because they're so up in your grill, you need to be competitive right from the beginning. I think that's going to make a huge difference if they can do that. I really need to see. I think they need to trim this down pretty quickly, or it's going to start to feel disheartening. Even for Cheshire, where they can get going, I think that's important. Cool, nice. We've got Jonathan Williams on the line now. Ex NBA athlete Jonathan Williams as well, that everyone's talking about. The London's kit is nice, the chat says. Absolutely not. That's a lie. Honestly, when I saw the London kit for the first time, to me it felt like a practice kit. It was I think I was so depressed, honestly. They did such a good job with the rebrands. Such a good job with the rebrands, with the Lion, with the 97.7. I thought that was great. Then I saw the kits. It was really sad to kind of see those. There we go, 1 for 2. And they're playing again the same way tonight as they were playing last season, or not last season, last game. They are really playing aggressively. The full court press the whole game. Oh, love that from Michael Diggins though, but a bad pass out. Joel Scott is 100% kind of the difference maker, I think, in kind of this game. We saw it when he played Leicester on Friday. He was huge, 25 points, and he was really the star player. I think for this one, he's going to have to be equally as aggressive. I like Michael Diggins though. I like Michael Diggins and Skylar White kind of defending him a lot more. I think they're probably going to be able to do a much better job than Nate Martin did. But yeah, he's got to be big. First bucket for Joel Scott. And you can kind of see a little bit of the levels of play here and just the difference. Joel Scott coming over from Germany's Pro A League, really, really good player, great skill. With the ball now though, Frenchly, the best hair in the SLB. I think him and Jet Spielman probably have a competition, but I back Frenchly every day of the week. The lines are really out now. They're really confident. This is the part where teams are going to start to struggle when they're building up confidence, when they're running through the options. Nothing's going right for the Phoenix at the moment. Just looking at that one, I didn't see much contact there. And there he is, Sabonis himself. I was chatting to someone about this the other day. It's got to be crazy to be a Sabonis. It's kind of being that family where your father's so famous, where your brother, obviously NBA All Star, doing amazing things with kind of Sacramento. But one of the questions I had in Leicester is like, how is he so small? Like with such a huge father and a huge brother, how did he end up to be so small? And damn, that's nice from Shavar Reynolds. Wow, he's already got 8, and Cheshire needed that 3 from Policelli. That was absolutely needed just to get them back on the court, back in momentum. We're talking about a team that's been playing for nearly 5 minutes and had only scored 1 basket before then. Aaron Wright, the other side, can't make it and pay. For Aaron Wright, I think this is going to be really interesting. Obviously, last season he was the MVP of the league, and we already started to see a little bit in the Zalgiris game. He didn't get a huge amount of run against Leicester. He was kind of passive a little bit. Um, yeah, interesting to see. I think before he had so much freedom and so much run on the court himself to be able to do what he wanted, to be able to really push through. And now it feels like he's much more playing in the system with the rest of the guys. I think that's kind of, a benefit, I suppose, to be able to have a player that good who's sort of just a smaller piece in your system. But equally, it's got to be tricky for Aaron Wright from going to being like the centerpiece, that main focal point on offense, to very much being a third or a fourth option, depending on kind of where he sits. Hey, 2 for 2 for Policelli. There we go. Let's pull it back. Let's make this competitive. I'm really, really surprised that LaQuincy Rideau isn't guarding Tariq Phillips. Obviously, a couple of years ago, both these guys got into a real back and forth. Tariq Phillips ended up slapping LaQuincy Rideau on the court. If I'm them, there we go. Tariq Phillips guarding LaQuincy Rideau. That's what I want to see all day. This is where got to attack downhill, be strong. Ah, LaQuincy Rideau, like objectively, had a bad game against Manchester. I think he just probably couldn't get into his rhythm, so he got called for a lot of offensive charges. And so that's going to get in your head. That's going to stop your rhythm. It's going to stop your flow. But he ended up only playing 13 points in that game. Oh, sorry, 13 points. He only playing 13 minutes in that game. Um, and he's someone who was actually like he was genuinely brought in to be a star for Cheshire. I think kind of hearing that he's come in that he's playing for 30 minutes. That's not what they're going to want to see. They wanted to see more from him, I think. But I think Pat Robinson is just such a dangerous weapon and an unknown at this point. I think there's going to be some real competition for those point guard minutes between the two. Oh, you love to see Ethan Price. Let's go, Ethan. Hey, go up there. Oh, jump ball. Great hustle. Great hustle from kind of both players. Love to see it. There it is. There's the hair. Curly, lethal, fluffy, dangerous. So good. Have a shout as well, Dean Williams. Happy birthday. Interested to know if, because it's his birthday, is he going to play any better? You always hear stories, don't you, in the NBA where they're playing on their birthday and suddenly they drop 30 or they drop 40. Let's see what Dean Williams does now he's in the game. Opportunity to make an impact and to be hot. Here we go, Pat Robinson. I really loved as well watching him against Manchester. His defense was really good. The way he was sliding back and really, really quick against PJ Smith. absolutely huge. I think that could potentially be the difference maker. You know, LaQuincy Rideau typically is a really, really good defender. Um, but I do question if he has kind of that quickness still. That might not be fair, but I suppose it's just a question that he didn't answer when he was playing Manchester. So it could be the real difference if Pat Robinson is both able to be like really effective offensively and he's able to be really, really quick. I think that's going to be huge for this team. Just look, it just feels different. Even when he's bringing up the court, you can see him looking to get his a nice pass. Ah, no shot falling. Here comes Dean Williams. Oh, ref, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Man, that's the first mistake I think I've seen the ref made in any of the games. So I'll let them have it. Looks good though. It feels like both teams are kind of running through their sets, running through their motions, doing really, really well. Cheshire, obviously they're fouling, they're at the limit. That's why Dean Williams is at the line. It's pretty early. Pretty early in the first quarters, we've already picked up 5 fouls. Brings in Tobias Cameron. Really, really liked what I saw against him again in Manchester. Thought he had some great shots. Really, really effective. Definitely kind of a Ben Thomas kind of player. Someone who kind of knows what they're doing. He's very, very strong and focused. Good shooter. He shot the ball relatively well against Manchester. On the other side, here goes Dean Williams makes the second one. That press. I don't know. I know they've got a lot of players on the bench, but that London press has to tire them out at points. They're just relentless, though. I love what Ethan Price is doing as well. It's the little things I think you can see. Ethan Price for London, really, really stopping that kind of that early seal down in the paint and making sure that Pagliucelli either had to make a move or had to pass back and kind of broke up the play. Hey, there we go. Speaking of players who've improved as well, have to talk about Kieran Sandy. Kieran Sandy, I know I talked about this before, but as a player year on year, he's growing. I think the difference in kind of that Leicester game. Hey, and one. Let 'em know, Ethan. Let them know. Yeah, but what was I saying anyway? Kieran Sandy, I think when he came into the game, he was massively, massively aggressive. Really, really liked to see that. Uh, and defensively as well. Just the presence that he's having defensively, I think is different from what it was last season. He obviously had that big chase down block and all that jazz. Looking good. Here we go. 22-8, coming up to around 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Big couple of moments. Cheshire, they need a couple of stops. They need a couple of stops. They need a couple of scores more than anything. You said to me at the start of the game, Cheshire are only going to have 8 points in the first quarter so far. That's tough, and that's not the shot you need. I think that's a bailout call by the ref. That's an absolute bailout call out by the ref. That was good verticality. Great verticality from London. Hey, Ethan Price is straight up and down. Straight up and down. Hey, what can you do? I think sometimes, the refs do give kind of that credit to the offensive player. They'll let them go. Um, let them go to the hoop, perhaps give them a questionable call. We'll see. Ben Thomas looking relatively calm. Relatively calm. I'm not gonna lie, I'm half expecting Ben to go absolutely ballistic, but I feel like he's probably had a conversation at the start of the season where they've told him, "Hey, just mellow out a little bit, Ben. Like, let's not go absolutely ape straight away. Let's take it easy." 'Cause he hasn't had the classic, Ben Thomas blow up. No technicals, nothing like that. I think you should just do it. Get them in early, Ben. Let them know what you're about. Hey, that's a great move from Tariq Phillips. Oh, hey. Literally put your hand down. That's 100% a foul on the floor. You've got to play the game. But that was, uh, that was so early. No way, Jolly Jelly. 100% on the floor. Nice shot. Wow! An offensive foul. Damn, DAZN, show me that again. I didn't see that one. I think, Cheshire have some of the best out of bounds sort of plays I've seen. Lots of kind of coming off stagger screens, lots of movement. Looks really, really good. Here comes the first I've seen of Solowadi. Unique player is Solowadi, but I think really, really strong. Okay, let's go. Let's attack downhill. There it is. A great finish. And that's what I mean. Pat Robinson is giving Ben Thomas a reason to play him. When he's driving to the hoop like that and he's playing defensive, or he's playing defensively so well, it's hard to take him off, especially when LaQuincy Rideau is just not showing that at the moment. Keep going, Pat. Hey, good call. Good call. Way to be aggressive, Pat Robinson. Pat Robinson has been an absolute like gem. I know obviously he was playing over in Ireland last season. He did really, really well there. I was talking to one of the guys I play basketball with, and Ireland's one of this weird place where you can get some absolutely amazing basketball players, and you stop and wonder how did he end up there. Pat Robinson is 100% one of those people. He is so good. Hey, and Policelli is bailing them out. Wow, he's hot, man. He is so hot. Ellen Policelli on the arm, on the arm. You know what? From where we were as well, from being 20 to 8, starting to pull it back now. You know that is huge. To pull it back to 23-15. And they've got the momentum now as well. London scoring started to drop. They're not running through their sets quite as often. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's going to be really, really big, I think, in this game. They essentially Cheshire are going to live and die by the three. I think that's all it's going to be the difference. And historically, especially last season, London didn't shoot the three a huge amount in the games. I think in terms of like attempted across the league and across like all of the championship, they took like I think it was like the third least amount of 3-point attempts. So to kind of see that versus what Cheshire do with the most 3-point attempts in the league, you know, that can be the big difference. It can make up a huge amount if you can hit threes at a high clip. Looking to see what happens here coming out of this timeout. I have to call it out as well while he's on the screen. Greg Wild, obviously Greg Wild was retained this season, came back to Cheshire for year two, and I thought one of the main reasons he was bringing him back was to kind of soak up a lot more of those kind of point guard minutes. If I'm honest, in the off season, I was kind of that question of, you know, is Greg going to come back? Where's he going to be? And I thought if he came back, it would be for a reason other than just being like the token young British guy. But I don't think he's seen the court. He didn't see the court when they played Manchester. He's not seen the court yet tonight. I'd love to get him on. Here we go. Here's Ovi. This is where they get stagnant. Kieran, hey, apologies, Solowadi there. I was about to slag off Kieran Sandy for trying to go ISO, but there's no Solowadi, so I'll hold my tongue. He's definitely allowed to do that if he wants to. You do what you want to, Mo. Oh, hey, nice. Hey, great rebounds. Small hustle plays. Love that for London. For London, they have so many players that are all really, really good players that are all going to take the shots. Somebody has to do kind of that dirty work. So I think that's really important that Dean Williams is kind of setting himself up to be that person, hustling after the boards. That's big. They're taking it really deep into the shot clock, though, London. Here we go. If we're Cheshire, we've got to push now. There's an easy kind of 2 for 1 here. Hey, great job, Tamari. And you've got to love the fight that Cheshire is showing. This is the Cheshire that people expect to see, and this is the Cheshire that give them problems. Pushing downhill fast, playing quick, shooting threes. Oh, I saw that the other way. I saw that the other way. That should be a Cheshire wall. Either way, they've got momentum. They're still going. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. I reckon London's going to hold for one shot, and then Cheshire will have one going the other way. But obviously, they're going to want them to have a small amount of time as possible to be able to get a good look. But hey, man, I laugh at Dean Williams for missing that dunk, but we've all been there. We've all been there. Here we go, 3 on 1, 3 on 1. Hey, great take that. Trim this down, make this a 4-point game. 4-point, make these 2 free throws, all the momentum, 4-point game. Would love to see that. Let me know, chat, after the first quarter, how you feeling? Are you feeling like London is gonna bounce back in the seconds? Or is Cheshire just taking hold of it? Tell you what, that's a funky free throw routine Pat Robinson's got. I've not really seen that before. That was a deep squat. Let me watch that again. Let's go, Pat. Show me that deep squat. Oh, he like bends down and doesn't even do anything with it. There we go. Nice. There we go. End of the first quarter. Great stuff. Have a quick look at live stats to see what people are saying. Hey, good to kind of see it. Jamal Reynolds playing really, really well. Love that. Both him and Cameron McGusty, 100% from 3 point. On the other side, I want to see how many shots Frank Policelli has taken. Hey, 3 for 6. It doesn't feel like that. Frankie feels like he's doing massively, massively well. Um, I think that's the thing is like Cheshire's making like these momentum plays that are really, 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 really adding to it. Yeah, Dante, I see in the chat London has to make a run, 100%. I'd love to see them come out. It's a game of runs, isn't it? I don't want to be too cliche or sound like I'm trying to be someone else, but it's massively a game of runs. If they can come out, hit another couple of shots, it'll be big. I'd love to see some more Cameron McGusty. Honestly, if of all the players that are kind of on the team that people are talking about, Cameron McGusty is someone that I know. I didn't watch a huge amount of tape on him before the season starts, but he looked so good in the Zalgiris game, and he absolutely disappeared when they played Leicester. I wanna understand him a little bit more. Is he an ISO player? Is he gonna get a shot? Is he gonna be a great shooter? I'm really hoping that this game is gonna tell us a little bit more about who Cameron McGusty is gonna be in the domestic league. I think in the European game, probably suits his style a little bit more, but it'd be good to understand in a domestic game where it's a bit more fast paced, what's it gonna look like? What's it gonna feel like? Here we go. Just listening to the commentary. They're talking about transition defense, but that's true. It's interesting though, when you press a team though, in some ways you're giving them the kind of the opportunities as well to speed up the tempo of the game. So London are objectively choosing to speed up the tempo, which then plays a little bit into Cheshire's style. There we go. Spice Cameron looks to be way more aggressive. Lovely reverse. Lovely. No defense from London on there. You're Ben Thomas, you've got to be happy coming out to the timeout or out of the quarter break with that. Here comes McGusty. That's what I mean. He gives up the rock and he sits there, man. Cut through, bro. Hey, great finish from the big man. John Williams is like a interesting mix of like just an absolutely huge, gigantic man and having a little bit of finesse. He had a really nice turnaround jumper against Leicester, which surprised me to be fair when I was watching it. I didn't expect him. He sort of turned around, did a one leg Dirk fadeaway. Absolutely blew my mind. Let's go, Pat. Watch for the squat. Watch for the squat. This is probably there it is. Might need to add that into my free throw routine. Get nice and deep. There we go. This next possession for London is really, really big. They need to get a bucket here. If they don't, I think we're seeing Cheshire taking the lead in the next couple of possessions. And they're playing great defense on London, showing where they need to, playing in the gaps. Hey, nice move though. Just a pro move there from Williams. Oh, there we go. Go up with it. Well in. Something for me that's surprising, definitely just kind of watching this game is London have a lot of big interior presences, big bodies, but they're not actually defending the paint to the same sort of level that I would expect. You know, what you'd expect is you expect people coming over a little bit quicker, not letting those easy entry passes and seals, and playing aggressive hard nose pressure. Let me flip this back. Interesting, Aaron Rye, still not scored. He's got 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but I'd love to see Simonis call a play for him next time down, maybe try and get him going. Let's go. Whoa. See, this is the one here. Set it up, get Aaron Rye going, get him into the game. He's open in the corner, he's cutting. Nothing. He's open in the other corner. There it is. Not. Oh, he should have shot that one. You gotta shoot the ones when you're open, brother. Sometimes that's like a mental thing though, isn't it? He knows that he should have shot that. He just didn't. Okay, here we go. Cheshire Phoenix ball, 7:23 left. Really good game. Interesting to see the crowd as well. Obviously, at the Zalgiris game for London in the pre-season, it was absolutely buzzing with Lithuanians. Now that there's no Lithuanian team in the mix, a couple more gaps in the crowd. It just shows you what it can be, the London Lions. You know, when you saw kind of the atmosphere that was in the copper box from that game against Zalgiris, you realise like that's what it could be. And also, it's kind of mind blowing that it's not. Like, I totally get like Lithuanian pride and representing it as one of the biggest teams in Lithuania. But you've been to a game with an atmosphere like that. Come back for another one. Why not? Hey, if you're on the Quincy Rideau watch as well, he's still not come back into the game. But Cameron McGusty is going out for Tariq Phillips. I'm the Quincy Rideau. I'm taking that as a personal insult. I want to go out there and show Tariq Phillips what I've got. Wow, it was a foul, Aaron Rye. You put your hands up all you want, bro. That was a foul. Celi's doing a really nice. Oh, I apologise. I think that might be Michael Diggins actually doing a really nice doing that early work. Here he comes, the Quincy Rideau. Oh, it's like Ben Thomas is listening to the live stream. Oh, turn over straight away. Put it up. There we go. Lovely. Flipping lovely. Oh, he's shooting that. Hey, Tyler White, absolutely. As soon as he gets the ball, I'm convinced that he's going to shoot absolutely everything. There's not a moment when the ball gets in his hands that I think anything other than a shot is going up. It always surprises me. Whenever he dribbles or he makes the pass, I'm almost like double taking. Oh, what I do like though is that Skylar White has definitely, since he's been part of Super League basketball, I think he's improved year on year as a defender. You can even see like the changes in his body. I think he's just there. He's a lot more physical, a lot more athletic. Cheshire running a bit of a press of their own now. Hey, good team rebounding. Joel Scott's a bit of an inside outside player as well, so you need to be there. Oh, it's another charge. Dude, what are you doing? That's like your 7th charge of the season. Jeez. If you can, read mouths, just heard exactly what Ben Thomas said to him. He said, "Don't do that, LaQuincy. Don't do that." Oh, man. You know what? I don't wanna talk too much about myself. That's one of my weaknesses as well. As soon as I get in the paint and I see the rim, I'm running like an absolute train into someone. I can't stop myself. Me and LaQuincy Rideau have the same problem. Obviously, very, very different levels. Oh, nearly the shooter's roll. Deserved to go in. London's slowly starting to settle down the pace a little bit here, playing a lot more kind of their style. John Williams a third in the post. Wow, another Aaron Rye foul. What's he on now? Only his second personal foul. Enough to take him out. I think the last thing you need is an Aaron Rye. Aaron Rye getting 3 fouls before 5 minutes into the second quarter. Hey, they got to get this over. I'm calling it now. 8 seconds. Oh, just. Good job, Frenchman. Way to prove me wrong, Cheshire. Shavar Reynolds is without a doubt, I think, the most controlled point guard on this team. I really love when he's handling the ball. I think they've got it right as well. When it's him and Tariq Phillips, I still think that's Shavar Reynolds all day. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful midi pull up. Wow. Gosh. Commentary calling it filthy, 100%. And they get the board. Here we go. We're on the push now for London. Ovi with a great seal. There it is. Bang, bang, little hook. Lovely. Ovi Soko's not just a pretty face, man. He's not just a famous guy. He is a good player. There we go. Yeah, Ovi Soko, obviously back with the London Lions. He's had this really weird kind of in and out relationship with London. Obviously took a little bit of a break to help broadcast, and now back with them full time. See, that's where, he's got a little flip shot there at the foul line. I think he just needs to be a bit more aggressive with. There it is. Here we go. Oh, that's not the one there. Oh, that's going up. Yak yak. Yeah, Cheshire are doing a great job here. Even though they've fallen behind a little bit in this quarter, I still think they're playing really, really well against a tough team. Great drop coverage from Skylar White. Make it take a tough shot, draw the rebounds. Nice, easy, good, simple basketball. Great job. Great defense, Cheshire. Let's go. Man, more than anything, I want this to be competitive. So in an inverse of what we had in the first quarter, it's London who picked up all the fouls, sending Skylar White to the line on team fouls. It's money. No commentator curse here, he's gonna knock both these down. Hey, that's 1-1. Watch him go 2-2. Come on, don't prove me wrong. Oh, yes! Never in doubt. 2 for 2. Hey, there he goes, Pat Robinson coming back in again. I'm serious about Pat Robinson, man. He is a great player. He's a great player. Massively surprised by him, loving what he's doing. On the other side, though, it's that Joel Scott that you have to worry about. I think Skylar White's more than a match. It's not that time. Just not that time. Oh, man. Here we go. Tariq Phillips, he was really interesting to watch Tariq in the GB games as well. Obviously, he's a player with loads and loads of skills. When he was playing for GB, he was not looking for a shot to any like real great extents. I think it's one of the reasons that GB struggled a little bit. If I was honest, like there are lots of reasons GB struggled, but Tariq Phillips just being a little bit passive, I think was definitely kind of one of them. Same thing here with London. I'd love to see Tariq Phillips be a little bit more aggressive. I think he can take that. Just looking at what he's doing, got 2 points. How many has he shot so far? He's 1 for 3. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Bang, 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 bang. I think the moment for the game in Manchester on Friday had to be Skylar White hitting those three threes in about a minute and a half. When he is hot, he is hot. Here we go, 5 on 4, 5 on 4. Find Skylar White. Hey, way to slow them down. Nice job, Pat. Yeah, timeout. Good timeout from Sabonis. All of the momentum going in Cheshire's favour. I don't want to talk about the betting line too much, but at 13 and a half, got to feel pretty confident right now if you hit the under. That is a These teams, they're playing so well in themselves. 13 and a half on the spread was way, way too much. A way to cut through and capitalise there on the 5 on 4 break. They knew the man was open. I think credit to Frenchley. He recognised the mismatch, cut through to make space, and gave it straight to Pat Robinson for the nice, easy finish. Yeah, that doesn't happen if Frenchley doesn't cut through there. Go on, Ben, do it. It's a 2 point game. Put Greg Wild in. Let him have a last burn for about a minute and a half. Yeah, chat. Totally agree. It is a very, very nice run. I think this is big for kind of both sides in the last kind of nearly 2 minutes going into the half. I think this is the moment where you can really take control. And Cheshire, if you're able to in the next sort of 2 minutes, I think get a couple of stops, get a couple of good buckets, go up maybe 4, 6 at the half. That's huge in terms of what it does for your confidence coming back out. Teams are never more dangerous than when they come out of a timeout near the end of the quarter. This is when people usually go on a run. I don't like Frenchie on this matchup. McGusty's eyes just lit up as he was dribbling down court. Hey, great pass. Hey, got lucky on that shot. So he took the foul. In all my time watching Super League basketball, I think there's such a I don't know what the word is, but like there is like no difference sometimes between take fouls and unsportsmanlike fouls. We know what you're doing. When someone reaches over like that, it's not there's no genuine play on the ball. But there are just like some points refs will just say that's an unsportsman. Another time it's not, just based on whether or not it's a play on the ball. I either think make it like let it happen or just don't call them. There's nothing more frustrating than an unsportsman at the wrong time. Oh, the chat's hating on Pat Robinson's free throw routine. Honestly, I didn't notice it the first game. That is such a deep score. Here we go. McGusty, ISO time, 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Pulls up for 3. Oh, Joel Scott, what a rebound. Wow. Team on his back. Here we go. He's gonna slip the screen. See him low, LaQuincy. See him low. That's a mismatch. He says, "Fuck that. I'll take it myself." Here we go. Cheshire ball. I think well, they did the hard work there. They got the mismatch for Skylar down low. He's not a great post player, but do you know what I mean? In a matchup between Skylar White and Cameron McGusty down on the low block, I give that to Skylar White 7 times out of 10. 7 times out of 10. I didn't even think it was that much of a tough pass for LaQuincy, to be honest. Should have given it to him. Yeah. Wow. I've just shown the wide out view of the copper box, and there are a lot of empty seats. That's not unusual. Like we saw that last season. I genuinely thought they were going to get a bump after the preseason Zalgiris game. That's a lot of empty seats. It does make you wonder about obviously London. They said that they're working with Sadiq Khan to start, finding their own arena, or to build their own arena, I should say. So it's something that they're passionate about that they want to do. But when you can't fill the copper box, what do you think is going to happen when you build your own arena? Like things aren't just going to like magically change just because you have your own building and you can like sell food and stuff. I still think it's a positive step forward. I'm not saying like don't get your own arena, but they need to run like a campaign or something. I don't know. Even though it's Tuesday, I get that it's Tuesday. How many people are going to a Tuesday game in London? But obviously they think they can. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the SLB have just said, London, you're the only team that are going to play Tuesday games. They think they can pack it out. They think they can sell it. So sell it. Tie the game. French League. What a legend. 39-39. Here we go. Hold for one shot. Hold for one shot. This is going to be huge if they go in tied up. Hey, they've left time for Cheshire to take the lead. Let's go, LaQuincy. 6 on the clock. Oh, takes the bump. Layup. Wow. That's it. Woo. Cheshire Phoenix going into the half time up to wow. Wow. 100%. 100% big time layup. Pretty cool now one on that too. That was a big bump. Wow. Honestly, from where they were in the first quarter to be there now, that is crazy. And that's what I think this Cheshire Phoenix team is gonna be this year. It's gonna be a team that kinda, like, just doesn't give up. Doesn't give up at all. Just gonna play hard, work hard, and cut into the deficit. You know what as well, like, not a huge high scoring game, to be honest. Oh, I've just pulled up the game stats. Take a look. A 4-14 from 3 from London. I'd love to see that 29%. You wanna kinda tick that up. But in terms of how they're balanced in the rebounds and the assists, looking pretty even, to be fair. Upset alert, says the chat. 100%. Oh, man. Be crazy. Be crazy if Cheshire win this. I don't know how people are feeling as well about, having championship games so early in the season. It's really weird. I'm a Sharks fan. Obviously, Sharks lost to Bristol on Friday, and it's crazy to think that's gonna be a loss that's gonna stick with us until, like, April. Like, that's a flipping long time to be stuck with a loss. I don't know. Long time to be stuck with a loss. Oh, let me pull up these stats again. Having a look. Really, really even. Good rebounds, good assists. London with more steals, but I bet they haven't scored as much off those turnovers as Cheshire have on the fast break. And this blows my mind. LaQuincy Rideau leading Cheshire Phoenix in rebounding with 3, and then Tobias Cameron with 3. Those are both of your guards? That's unreal. But yeah, going back to the championship thing, like, it blows my mind, like, that there are losses that are happening now as teams are forming and teams are coming together, and that's gonna be things that stick throughout the whole throughout the whole season. Like, I think last year, you had teams like London or Leicester that only had 10, 11 games that they lost. Whereas I think what's gonna happen this season, because we're playing a little bit more early, I think we're gonna see a couple more upsets. Um, Yeah, and that's gonna affect people's records at the end. I don't know. Give me the trophy. I quite enjoyed the trophy being the first sort of part of the season. Felt a little bit fairer, a little bit better. That being said, though, like what they've done with the SLB trophy this year. Obviously, last year it was split into two groups. They split into North and South, whereas now they've split it down into three groups. And a lot of that's just kind of like load management. Do you know what I mean? Like they're splitting it down so they only play another team in their group once. They don't have to play quite as many games. But I still think you could have had those trophy games earlier on. Use that as a chance to feel teams out, feel out, your squad a little bit. What we're running here, how are people going to look? Oh, nice. This is the. If you're still watching the zone, they're just doing the Tobias Cameron little spotlight. Hey, crazy. I still not sure if I genuinely believe that they didn't know who Tobias Cameron was when they reached out to him, because that's Cheshire Phoenix's story. Cheshire Phoenix claim that they started courting Tobias Cameron. They liked him as a player. They were talking to him about coming before they even knew who his dad was. No way. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. They must have known. Either way, great player, great story. Looking at the chat, bring back the old trophy style when they invited some of the BCB teams. Yes, I'm totally down with that. Last season, I thought that was great to have a couple of what was then NBL teams, BCB teams, part of the SLB Cup. Um, and listen, like some of the games were better than others. I went to the Cheshire Phoenix Nottingham Hoods game, and it sucked, bro. Like it really sucked. Nottingham got absolutely dicked. Um, I know there were other games. I think the Reading game was a bit more competitive against Sheffield. Obviously, Derby Surrey was competitive for kind of most of it, but just at the end. I think the big problem this year, obviously, though, is the ongoing dispute. I don't want to get too political, but the big dispute that's happening right now between the British Basketball Federation and Super League Basketball. And obviously for BBF, they kind of see SLB as like this unsanctioned league. That's the phrase that they're always talking about. So something that's outside of their purview. Whereas BCB, exactly the same setup, but for some reason that's fine. And so I reckon they've probably had like the British Basketball Federation has probably been talking to the BCB teams and has probably told them, hey, if you're going to be an official league, you can't play in an SLB Cup of an unsanctioned league. Doesn't make any sense though. If you're British Basketball Federation, you just want to build a game, you want to build exposure. Those I totally agree with the chat. Those teams should be part of the SLB Cup or something in the trophy. Bring the BCB had some good games last weekend as well from British Championship basketball. Unless you're the Bristol Flyers too. The Bristol Flyers too got absolutely smashed by Derby and absolutely smashed by Nottingham. So probably don't want to be probably not too worried if Bristol Flyers too is the team you're going up against. Right. Look at some of these stats. Look at some of the shot charts. Kind of see what's happening on both sides of the ball. Let's start with London. You just look at that spread, and you can see really, really quickly just the type of shots that London are looking to take. Looking to take a lot of corner threes, a lot of wing threes, and a whole bunch in the paint. Whole bunch. And I think that's going to be London's strength throughout the whole season. It's going to be attacking the rim downhill. Even the 3-point shots, they've not shot well from three, but they're from good positions on the court. You can see what they're trying to get. On the other side, you have Cheshire. That can't be right. Wow. Look at this. So this is Cheshire Phoenix's shot chart from the first half. Everything's a three, or everything's in the paint. That's crazy. That's how they want to play, though. They want to play. It's not a three. Let's make it a solid two at the hoop. Mind blowing. Let's have a quick look at Policelli. Obviously, leading scorer right now for the Phoenix. I think he was really that spark plug in the first quarter, pulled them back into contention, hit a good couple of threes, kind of get things going. Quincy Rideau, just with a couple. Pat Robinson, everything's at the hoop. Love to see that. On the other side, let's just have a quick look. So this is saying Aaron Rye from the corner, one shot. Let's check that out. Yeah, 0 of 1 for Aaron Rye. That's crazy. Aaron Rye is such a dynamic player, and the system last year really, really worked for him. But there's no way he should be playing. How many minutes has he played? He's played 11 minutes and he's taken one shot. That doesn't feel right. He's a plus 13 on the plus minus, but there's just something in my gut that just feels wrong about Aaron Rye only shooting one shot. Obviously, this is quite interesting as well to see that 23-24 Cheshire Phoenix team. Obviously, massively successful in the season, huge underdogs, winning the BBL trophy. But a lot of their players now, you start to see them moving away from Cheshire to other teams. Obviously, Aaron Rye's in London, but the other big name has to be um, Captain Jack going to Newcastle. Maceo Jack is an absolute baller. He went after he left Cheshire. He played in a couple of overseas leagues that were kind of at a higher level than the SLB. I think the part that surprised me about Maceo Jack is if he was going to come back, and obviously pretty ready to come back. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like he had to buy his way out of a contract or he had to wait for another season somewhere else to finish. It seemed like he was a free agent and he was ready to come back. So if he was going to come, why didn't he come to Cheshire? You know, they've got that existing relationship together. He's got that kind of that knowledge of how Ben Thomas operates, and yet he actively chose to go to the Newcastle Eagles over the Cheshire Phoenix. I don't believe it's because they offered him more money. Like, I just don't. I think that is a choice. That says something to me when Maceo Jack would rather play for the Newcastle Eagles than he would the Cheshire Phoenix. And I'm not necessarily sure it says a good thing. On the flip side, obviously, LaQuincy Rideau did come back. I don't think he did massively well, if I'm honest, overseas. There's a little bit of a safety net, I think, coming back to Cheshire, being a bit of a spark plug. That being said, Newcastle Eagles, happy to say it here in person. I was so surprised they won against the Gladiators on Sunday. The Glads were my pick to kind of take that game, and everything was looking good till the fourth quarter. I think still though, even with that in the bag, Newcastle Eagles are going to be the worst team in the league. Honestly, Newcastle Eagles, they're going to be ninth. Calling it now. I think the Glads will come back easily, easily beat them. Here we go. All right, both teams back out, warming up. Not long now till the second half kicks off. I do wonder what Sabonis said in that locker room. Guaranteed it wasn't nice. Yeah, just his commentary, definitely talking about Cheshire. That's in their DNA. They're saying they're players who fight back, pointing out Shavar Reynolds in his big threes. He's nice. Do the mid-range pull-up he hit as well. This is where I'd like to see McGusty. Yeah, they're down a little bit. I'd love to see McGusty come out, be quite aggressive. What's he on? 6 points, 10 minutes played. Yeah. What's that rotation though as well? Just looking at the minutes. Tariq Phillips, 12 minutes. Cameron McGusty, 10. Oh, they don't have a Europe game this week. Like, there's no need to save him at this point. Let him play. Let him play. This is the Policelli threes now that they're showing on the broadcast. Awesome. Awesome stuff. These were the threes that really kind of pulled them back into it and kind of woke up the Cheshire Phoenix, and then rightly showing the Pat Robinson stuff afterwards. Pat Robinson, 8 points. 8 points on 2 of 4 shooting. A lot of free throws. A lot of free throws for Pat Robinson. Living at the line. Like to see that. Cheshire are gonna play physical, not Cheshire, sorry. If London are gonna play physical, full court defense, burn them a couple of times, make them pick up some tiki-taka fouls, get to the line. Like that a lot. Here we go. Big third quarter coming up. Cameron McGusty, 40%. Policelli, 38%. Oh, 11 points. Hey, gotta speed that up on the FIBA Live stats. I got Policelli with 8 earlier. Here we go. Coming out for me, I think what I'm looking to do if I'm London, I think I'm looking to get into a little bit more pick and roll action. I'd love to see Cameron McGusty attacking downhill, and if it's not there, I think then you come back out, swing, find the mismatch. I like Joel Scott if he's down low and sealing and attacking. I don't like John Williams the third as much. I think let's do that. For Cheshire though coming out, it's got to be about maintaining momentum. The next couple of minutes, really, really important. If they can make sure they're the ones kind of leading the charge and doing that, I think that's gonna be absolutely huge. I think probably they'll go to a couple of plays, couple of set plays straight away. Expect Skylar White, 100% shoot a couple of threes. Here we go. Here comes Shamar Reynolds, setting up nicely. There we go. See, that's the lovely sort of pick and roll action. Gets Cameron McGusty to his spot, knocks down the easy midi jumper. They just got to do more of that. Nice, controlled, and really interesting to see they seem to have stepped back a little bit defensively. It's more half court defense. Don't need to press as much. See him low. Okay. Now this is where Skylar White has to make them pay. If all he does is shoot a contested two, oh, that is a horrid shot. That's a horrid shot from the Quincy Rodeau. Okay, Cameron McGusty's in his bag now. But everyone crashes the offensive board. Cheshire get out and run. Wow. That's the difference between a Policelli pull up three from deep and a Quincy Rodeau pull up from three from deep. Different look on that shot. It just looked better. Oh, and they hustle and get the steal as well. Here they come. Keep going, LaQuincy. Don't stop. Oh, that's a heat check. That didn't deserve to go in. Oh, he's open. Go for it. Wow, and one. Great finish. Great finish. They just left him after that rebound. He got the rebound. They just missed him. But watch Joel Scott here. Oh, he just misses him. Comes back in late, commits the foul. Great and one there from Frenchley. Take a minute, camera. Soak in that hair. Hey, converts the and one. This could get out of hand quick, to be honest. There we go. Great job, Lupinski Rodeau. This could get out of hand quickly. They've come out the half. They've hit a huge three. They've got an and one, and LaQuincy Rodeau steals the inbounds and then gets a nice little finish on the inside. He looks happy. He looks happy, bro. Those are the little things, though, that are going to win you the game. And already, if you're London, I think you're starting to get nervous. You Can't let them get a 10-point lead and start to pull away. Cheshire just thrive on confidence and on things going well. So if you let them get up 10, I don't know. If you let them get up 10, I think they're just gonna keep running all the way to the finish line. I didn't even see LaQuincy Rideau steal that. Must have been quick. Quick on the inbound. They're showing it's only been a minute and a half. Already Cheshire winning the quarter 8-2. Youngblood, don't know what he's looking at. And look, what's the change? The change is getting rid of Cameron McGusty, bring in John Williams. Why? They not think they have the size? London easily has the size on this team. What a weird call. Weird call. Here we go. Shavar Reynolds with the ball up top. Nice pick and roll with Joel Scott. Finds the mismatch. Says no thank you. A that is just a pro finish though by Joel Scott over the defense. Oh, I should have kicked that one out. Good timeout, it looks like Sabonis. This London team looks a lot more focused. Pat hits the easy fast break layup though. That's the mismatch there you got to exploit. After that pick and roll, Joel Scott, if he's slipping or he's sealing, that's the mismatch you've gotta take advantage of. Because I think you have to react when he sets the screen and when he rolls. French League surveying the floor, finding LaQuincy. And it's that classic LaQuincy Rideau, Skylar White. Got another deep one. He's missed 2 deep ones now this quarter. I know he got the steal. He's missed 2 deep threes in a row. Don't shoot that again, bro. Joel Scott working down low. Big boy move. Big boy move. And that's what he did to Nate Martin when they played Leicester. When he wanted to, he got set in the post, he went to work, and he just etched out the points when they needed them. Frenchley coming off the screen, attacking downhill. Lovely finish. Lovely finish. He's deceptive, is Frenchley. He's that classic guy you see at a pickup game and you pick him third. And then he gets on the court and he's absolutely shifty. John Williams is not though. Cheshire coming back downhill now. Here comes Pat. Skylar White's coming to set the screen. Oh, it's a slip. JK. Oh, here we go. Got to work hard here. Yeah, Skylar White. Beautiful looking shot. Beautiful looking shot. Javar Reynolds finds John Williams. Good foul. Good foul. Make him earn it. If he's going to go to the hoop like that, foul the crap out of him. Make him earn it. The Lions are definitely playing much more structured, I would say, this quarter compared to how they were second quarter. A lot less isolation play. They seem to be running that coming off the stagger, then going into a pick and roll. A lot more simply, which is good. They're better when they play like that. I know they have the talent to play like ISO ball, one-on-one ball, but London is still better when they're running through Sabonis' system. They're going to win some games just on pure talent, but these are the ones where you're down, you need to start carving it back. That's where you need to play together rather than looking for someone to be a hero and take over. On the other side, though, Cheshire break the press. I'm getting nervous that Quincy Rideau is going to shoot another stupid three. Oh, instead he proves me wrong. Goes hard for the hole, takes the bump, gets the lay. That's how a chicken lays an egg. You can see as well when that drop coverage that Skylar White's playing, he is so far back on John Williams. He is so far back. There's Ben asking for it, asking for the unsportsman. Yeah, he's John Williams III. He's such a he has such a big limitation shooting the ball from deep. You saw then on that pick and roll just how deep Skylar was able to drop, and I think that really kind of plays into Cheshire's advantage to be able to drop that far to make sure they stop the easy penetration. And even on the roll, John Williams, I think he's a strong guy, but he's not shown to be, have a fantastic finishing rate around the rim yet in SLB. That could happen. Policelli, no way. Called a foul. Oh, it's early, guys. It's 5 minutes, but it might be GG. I'm not liking the look of London right now. Gar Reynolds hanging his head. He knows what he did. He knows what he did. Can't can't be upset. There we go. Cheshire now up by 10. Policelli's still got 2 to shoot from the line. Nice and simple. They quickly showed Sabonis right then on the camera. He doesn't look he doesn't look happy. If you're Sabonis though, you had to be coming in with the expectation, I think. You've probably got the most expensive team in the league. You're the only ones playing in Euro Cup. I know we got a couple of teams playing in EMBL, but you know, his expectation must have been to kind of dominate. I think this will be a surprise for him. I don't think he was expecting Cheshire. Be- And that is just a simple turnover from Reynolds. Ah, and Skylar White bailed them out with a bad pass. But yeah, his expectation must have been more. Soko thinks he's a plane. Totally agree in the chat. Cheshire coming out to play. Soko, historically not a phenomenal free throw shooter. Let's see how he does when he steps to the line. Hey, makes the first. Give me a live bet. Brother, I bet the spread is nowhere near 13.5 now. Maybe it's 13.5 the other way. McGusty back in the game. Frenchly playing well through the pressure. Deep into the shot clock on this possession. Pat's going to have to try and make something work. Swing, swing. A good shot there by Frenchly. Sabonis urging his team on the sidelines to get down the court quickly. McGusty draws the foul. Do you know what though? Those are the things that you need to do when you're behind. Those are the things that are important. Getting to the line, drawing some fouls. Tough that it's on Matt Zona. I think it's the first time Matt Zona's come into the game today. Matt Zona, one of those tricky Irish passport players. Playing well. Cameron McGusty knocks down the first one. Big shout out as well to Cameron McGusty's shoes. He's worn those for a couple of games now. Love a man who can rock hot pink on the court. That defense is really still aggressive for London. They're just committed to it at this point. And I haven't thought that Cheshire have done as well the last 2 possessions down, at kind of breaking that press. Give it up, Pat. A foul on the floor. I saw it the same way. Shavar Reynolds, though, it's what you need to do. It's a bonus. That's a bullshit call. Give me a sub. That's a bullshit call. Here we go. Shavar Reynolds out. Tariq Phillips in. Just protecting Shavar Reynolds from himself. We're going to need you in the fourth quarter, says Sabonis. Don't need you to pick up another foul. Interesting group out for Cheshire at the moment. Who's the number one? Pat Reynolds is dribbling the ball a lot, but there's not anywhere that I look and I think, "Gosh, that's the shot." Wow, Matt. Holy moly! Might be the first mid-range jump shot that Cheshire have made today, but wow. P Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, people. McGusty's burnt him though on that little move. That's another foul on Matt. 2 quick ones. 2 quick ones. Yeah, played 5:24, picked up 3 personal fouls. Yeah, not much of a rest there for Skylar White. Quick 3 minutes, if that. It's tough as well. Do you know what I mean? You pick up 2 fouls back to back. You walk back just frustrated at yourself. And it's not that he necessarily did anything wrong. Like, in that possession there, Cameron McGusty clearly beat him off the dribble. He was beat. He tried to recover, tried to do a good contest, and just caught his hand at the top. There's not much you can do differently in that. Here we go. Michael Diggins back into the game. Michael Diggins not had a huge impact so far for Cheshire this season, but I think he can do, especially defensively. Defensively, especially in this game coming into it, I was thinking he's going to be awesome, like defending like Joel Scott, someone like that. Here we go. Greek Phillips pushing it down the floor now. Sees the Cameron McGusty cutting through. Then they go for a pick and roll with Ovisoko on the side. Hey, that's a foot. Good call, ref. I was about to lose it then. The kickball is possibly one of the uh, best things you can do as a basketball player. It's not a foul. It's not a turnover. You're just giving yourself another chance. I'm all for kickballs, and it's possibly my second favorite referee symbol when they do the kickball. After the over and back, of course. Over and back, the best call in basketball. Nah, no way was that a foul. That was a bailout. Didn't even touch him. All right, let's watch the replay. Let's see. Where's the foul? Where's the foul? No foul. Let me know, chat. Do you see a foul there? I didn't see a foul. Last Cameron trip, bro. Okay, that's what they're saying on the commentary as well. They're saying that. Oh, okay. Apparently the chat saw the foul. Not sure I'd want to play for you. Gosh. Cheeky, cheeky. Oh, and I hadn't even realised. Gosh, London already on team fouls. Sending him to the line. In That's the second quarter in a row that London have got into team fouls pretty early, picking up a lot of easy ones. Cheshire aren't far behind them. Next foul that they commit will also send London to the line. Is McGusty. Oh, good seal. Good finish. Classic Ovi Soko. Working hard down low, getting the seal. Nice little hook shot. Tight 6-point game, 2 minutes left. Big possession for the Lions, trying to cut it down now. Good cross court. McGusty. He's looking, he's got a grenade now. Pulls up. He's short. Let's go, Cheshire. Hold out for this quarter. Don't give them nothing. Steal the momentum. Cheshire did lead by as much. Lovely. As 11. Still playing ahead now. Oh, it's a lovely move by Tariq Phillips. Quincy steals the ball, gets going. Keep going. Don't know why he pulled back out on that one. He had one defender going for him. Bad pass. Tobias Cameron. Mid-range jumper. It's off. Oh, but the steal. Great hustle. Great finish. Pop that lead back up to 10 points. Keep the momentum behind them. Easily swinging. Hey, got a lot of London fans though. 54% say in the poll that London are going to win. Interesting. Joel Scott gets called with a trap. No. Joel Scott called for the travel. I did not see that either. I trust the referees, especially that young man. How do we watch the game, bro? 100%, man. It's on the zone, free, live. Pop one up on your TV. Pop this up on your phone. You're set, man. All on the zone. Here we go. Greg Phillips needs to. Hey, at this point, hold for one. Good hard foul. Good hard foul. But you know what? I think you've either got to choose at that point. Either Tariq Phillips has got to take the fast break layup, and he's got to try and take it early where they have the advantage in terms of players on the court, or you've got to hold for the last shot. So what's going to happen now is Dean Williams is going to go to the line, birthday boy, and shoot his 2 foul shots. But Cheshire still have a full almost 19 seconds left on the shot clock. And that's more than enough time for Cheshire to get those 2 points back or to pull a three. And then you've lost your advantage. Hey, Sabonis is chewing out McGusty. Just chewing him out. Here comes Tobias Cameron. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice little scramble play. And they just gave Skylar White grenades. Here comes the shot. Hey, tough man. There we go. Going up. Cheshire's up 8 points heading into the fourth quarter. I think, to be fair, having a lot of the momentum. London trying to do it by committee, probably struggling a lot in terms of kind of where their offense is coming from. Just having a quick look at the stats. Joel Scott obviously playing well, 14 points. Aaron Rice only taken one shot and he's missed that. Not getting a huge amount from kind of everyone else. Quickly check the box score, see what we're seeing here. Yeah, look, Joel Scott, 6 for 8, getting the ball a little bit more potentially down low. Okay, he's not shot well from three. He's 0 for 2 from three. Overall, he's playing pretty well. Aaron Rye has to be aggressive. And you know what? Keep Jonathan Williams off. 2 for 7, 1 rebounds. Crash, bro. Crash in this game. On the other side, looking at it, people are looking good. Looking good. Very much so. Policelli is playing very, very well. Already has 16 points, shooting 50% from 3-point lands. Skylar White not been as effective as he was in the Manchester game. Like in this game, he's 1 from 5 from three. So that's pretty far away from what you want to be. But for my money, I still keep Skylar White out there. I still want him to be a decoy, if nothing else, to be a threat to score from the dance. I think what it does is it just spreads the floor out massively for Cheshire, and that's his huge asset that he brings. I think even if he's not shooting the ball particularly well, you still have to guard him like he's going to shoot the ball really, really well. That is a lovely reverse layup by Tobias Cameron on the replay. Lovely jubbly. Here we go. Coming back out. I think the first couple of minutes are going to be huge if you are London. Interesting to see who Sabonis trusts as well to go out at the start of this quarter. I'm going to end this poll. No more changing your answers. Locked in now. Saw exactly what was happening. Everyone was seeing what the score actually was. They were voting. Okay. So Sabonis has gone out there with Aaron Rye, Joel Scott, Dean, Ovi, and Tariq Phillips. That's who he's trusting at the start of the fourth quarter to play well and try and pull them back. Diggins for three. Oh, that's 100% the shot you want to see. Knocking down the three in rhythm, nice and smooth. Let's see if London have a response on the other side. They're definitely recognising that mismatch with Joel Scott a little bit more. Great move. Do you know what? I really thought Michael Dickens or Skylar White were going to be the answer to Joel Scott, but I don't know if there's an answer for him in the league. To be honest, I don't know who that big body is going to be that's going to really be able to go toe to toe with him. Quincy Rideau dancing around and a charge. Wow. Someone's got to check out the stats. Like, how many charges has he had already this season? And that was an easy call. Chinned him. Absolutely chinned him. Why are you putting your hands up and complaining about that one? He's gonna watch that one on film on Wednesday, and he's gonna see, yeah, my bad, bro. Just straight into him. He's telling Dean Williams now. He's like, "Oh, where's the chance? Where's the chance?" You hit him, bro. Your shoulder went into his chin. Stood completely still, and then hit the deck. Greg Phillips dancing around up top, wants the screen from OV and gets it. Runs into two Cheshire players, and here comes Joel. Oh, lovely move to get himself open. Misses the floater. I think he called the foul on the rebound there. Good hustle by Ovi, keeping them alive, keeping them in it. Little moment, I think, for Cheshire to compose themselves. You see Skylar White saying, "Let's not lose this. Let's play calm. Let's play in ourselves." Calls from defense from the crowd, the partially filled crowd. Ovi Soko draws the foul on the shot. It was a foul. I can't lie, it was a foul. It was a very soft foul. Okay, trying to trip it down to 7 points. Aaron Rye leaves the ball game. Not giving them much today, has Aaron Rye. MVP has been absent. On the Cheshire side, I'm looking to see how long Brenchley's going to be out. Played really, really well. Having a look now, Brenchley. Nice. Every possession now is a big possession. This is where Michael Diggins hit that shot before. Swings out to Skylar White. Nice swing rounds. Oh, good offensive rebounds. Don't shoot it from there, though. I got nervous. I thought he was about to pull up. That was a bad shot. That's not what they needed at that point there. London's roaring now, trying to trim it down. Oh, Ovi Soko, bang your chest, brother. Cuts it back down to 5 with a huge dunk through the lane. Classic Ovi Soko. Whoa, jacked up. Jacked up. When you needed a spark, that is a spark. Good Ben Thomas timeout. Watch this on the replay. Boom! An eruption. You can see his eyes go wide as well. Love to see that. Big dunk by Ovisoko is always a welcome sight, I think, for the London Lions. And some plays are worth more than 2 points. That, cutting it down to 5, huge dunk, huge momentum play, that's worth more than 2 points to the London Lions right now. And it's on the Cheshire Phoenix to come out and respond. I'm imagining London to come out here and be pretty aggressive defensively. I think they're probably gonna fall back into that press, really try and eat the shot clock. Good game for a Tuesday night. Great aggressive sides. Not as tetchy as I thought it was gonna be. I thought people were gonna be a little bit more aggro. Still time for that though, especially if it's a tight game coming back down into it. Here come Cheshire. And of course, London coming out in that press, really looking to put it on them. Pat Robinson being quieter in the second half and doesn't turn it over, saying that Tariq knocked it out of bounds. Pat's looking slightly more nervous at this point. I bigged him up a lot in the first half. I wanna big him up in the second half. I can't. He's not delivered like he did at the start. Hey, we do. Knocks that one down. Interesting game. 72-64 still. It was big, it was needed by LaQuincy. Oh, waiting for the live stream to come back up for me. The Zone have done me right dirty. Here we go. Okay, back at it. Streams back up for me now. The Zone adverts have finished. Dean Williams down in the post. Sees the mismatch with Brentley, swings it over. Tariq Phillips cuts in nicely. What do they call there? Nah, offensive foul on Ovi Soko. That's tough. Tough if you're Tariq Phillips. Big moment for Cheshire. Again, that's not what you need from Policelli. Oh no, he's picked it up. Get it over. Javar Reynolds looking to run the offense, I think. A couple of good offenses needed. D's over in the middle, does that little floating jumper hook shot from the foul line, cuts it back down to 5. Ovi playing well, 12 points already. Pat Robinson. Wow, Policelli with a huge shot from the corner for 3. Big, big time play, big balls. Meanwhile, Joel Scott with the easy answer, 2 points inside. Oh, this is tight, man. Starting to get nervous. Cheshire setting it up, running. The problem is 3 is worth more than 2, do you know what I mean? If you're gonna keep giving Cheshire the looks at 3, it's gonna cause you problems. Yeah, they see Skylar White down line. See, I'd let Skylar White work. Joel Scott's got that. Yeah, great defense, Joel Scott. Here comes London, looking to trim it down to 4. And I like what Shavar Reynolds is doing. He's being patient, make oh, just as I was giving him praise, he drove and tripped up. But I liked what he was doing there. He was setting them up, making sure they get a good shot. That's what a good point guard should do. Nothing rushed, nothing too silly. Let's let's be sensible. On the other side, Brenchley, way to attack the rim. You've got numbers, go for it, draw the foul. London still only 2 fouls in this quarter, so way off team fouls. We're all good. Not going to turn into a free throw contest just yet. Cheshire are carrying 14 fouls. I think that's one to watch. From London, I'm starting to attack the rim a little bit more. Let's try and exploit that. Get some easy ones from the line. Hey, and great defense there. Jonathan Williams, I slagged you off earlier. Great defense there, though, brother. Here comes Shavar. Looking for the seal. Policelli. Oh, he doesn't make smart decisions sometimes, Policelli. Did really well in the first quarter with those threes to build momentum, but the second half he's made some poor decisions. And Joel's got 3. Bang, bang, bang. One possession game. 74-71. Cheshire in front. 4 minutes and a half to play. Squeaky bum time. Who's going to step up for Cheshire? I think LaQuincy Rideau, he's been here, he's been in those moments. The expectation, I think, is that he's going to be able to make things happen for Cheshire. He feels that too. Drives into the middle, gets called for a foul, or uncommit the foul, I should say, on the floor. Hey, Great job, chat. The channel will grow. Really like McGusty. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're trying to grind it out over here. 100%. I'm liking McGusty. Totally noticeable though that he's not in the game right now. 4:04 left. I like him. I think he's good. Don't know if Sabonis trusts him though in these sort of key moments. Interested to see if he gets back in the game when it's a tight one. Oh, and that's a huge defensive possession by London. Wow. Holding them without a shot. Huge. Let's see what happens here. Have a chance to either make it a 1 point game or a tie game with a three. Have a shout out to Bennett, who just cashed out his bet on London in the USA. Oh man. I would have loved to see what he got on the cash out there. And McCuskey's warming up. He's the MVP of. I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. He's the MVP of Poland's, and he's not felt like that when he's been here. Look in Zalgiris. He's not. He's not felt like that so far. Let's hope he just gets settling in though. New system, new players. I think he'll be big in the Euro Cup. Big possession here for Cheshire. Matt Zona trying to seal down low. Oh, can I just say, just generally, I'm surprised that flipping Matt Zona is on the floor at this point. It has to be to get Skylar White a bit of a breather. But what is Matt Zona doing? All right, here we go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Huge possession for Cheshire. Want to extend that lead out. Loads. Oh, that's got to be charged too. Wow. That is a tough call. Pat Robinson has played the majority of the game quite well. Better in the first half than the second half. But you can clearly see there. He extends the arm. You know, that's just going to get called every time. Wow. A lot of charges from Cheshire. Run some drills, Ben Thomas. Here we go. 3 minutes to go. 1 point game. Javar Reynolds Jr. Chat asks how LaQuincy's doing. It's a mixed bag, brother. It's a mixed bag. He's got a couple of steals and some layups. He's taking some absolute. Woo! Sorry for the sound warning, but Tariq Phillips is an absolutely huge three. Puts London up two. Here we go, 2.5 minutes. Pat Robinson tries to answer, gets nothing but iron. And a foul on the floor. That's going to send John Williams to the line. Wow, what a swing. What a swing. Oh my days. This is a huge shot from Tariq Phillips. Wow. Big balls. Big balls. Here we go. John Williams at the line with a chance to make it a two-possession game if he makes both these free throws, but he bricks the first one. To make it a 3 point game, Matt Zona has now been subbed out. Oh, he's fouled out. Mate, how many minutes has he played? Matt Zona, 7 minutes, 28 seconds. Fouls out. Not a good sign. 3 point game. If you're Cheshire, you'll take it. Let's see what happens in the last 2 minutes. 2 minutes 24. What are you going to call it? Got to get it over the court. Got to get it over. He doesn't see it. Just over. Pat Robinson now surveying. You've got to get the ball into LaQuincy's hands. Here we go. Classic pick and roll on the sides. LaQuincy driving to the hoop. Great finish. 1 point game. Cheshire just making it tricky for London. Keeping it close. London, though, they've got to feel confident after pulling it back all the way from here in the fourth. Oh, John Williams dunks it right in the face of Policelli. Take that. Coming back down the court. Brenchley is fouled, heading to the line. This is some big free throws. Some big free throws. If he makes this, the pressure is, like, back on London straight away. Oh, timeout, he's gonna ice him. Icing the shooter. Chance for us all to catch our breath. Okay, nice. Looking at the chat, Tariq was playing for the previous champ in the Polish league and Williams. Williams is a great defender. He is. I totally agree with that. I think he's gonna be a lot of the glue guy for the London Lions. Um, hey, Kiki, so many great British players. I just wonder why they didn't play well in Eurobasket. Me too, man. Me too. Some of the games were tough. Like, I think the Germany one, you know, you can kind of hold your hands up to that one. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're Eurobasket champs, they're Euro Cup not Euro Cup, they're, World Cup, FIBA World Cup champs. They've got loads of NBA players. But games like in the Sweden game, you know, you can't be okay with that. How we played against Finland. Yeah, there was a huge gap, I think, in terms of expectations and where we actually ended up in Eurobasket. That being said, minute and a half game here, really exciting, tight finish between London and Cheshire. Got two big free throws coming up. Two free throws could cut this back down to a 1 point game. How's he looking so far? Oh, shooter's touch on the first. It's nothing but the front of the rim and then bounces back in. Coming up now for the seconds. Big shot. Hey, makes the second as well. 1 point game. What am I expecting to see here is I'm expecting to see a handoff with Joel. Oh, you're watching what I'm watching. Brenchley has just committed an absolutely horrendous foul on Shavar Reynolds. Way in the backcourt. He hadn't even taken a dribble. He tried to go for the steal. That was just bad foul to commit. Tough. Gosh. He only took like 2 seconds off the clock. He picks up a foul and he gave London an easy opportunity to extend back up to 3. Shavar Reynolds makes the first. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here comes the seconds. Shooting the second one now, stretching it hopefully to a 3 point game. And he does. 3 point game. Puts the pressure back on Cheshire now to try and get a good finish. Here comes LaQuincy Rideau. Ball in his hands. John Williams. Oh, great defense, Jonathan Williams. Empty possession for them. London come back down the court. Chance to make it a 5 point game. Let's look to where they go. I told you, Kiki, they haven't put McGusty on. Sabonis just does not trust him. Yeah, I think he got subbed off for like 8 minutes. Tweak in the corner. Oh, that was off. Big rebound though by Shavar Reynolds, and he's got a mismatch now for Skylar White. Base the floor, let him cook. Ah, fouled on the floor, but it's team fouls, so Shavar Reynolds will be going to the line to shoot 2. But yeah, Kiki, Sabonis doesn't trust McGusty. I think he came off at like 8 minutes or 7 minutes into the fourth quarter, and he's just not come back on, bro. Wow. Huge heart being shown by the Lions right now. To battle back from what were they, 10, 11 points down? Here he goes. And he makes them both. Stretches it out to a 2 possession game. Oh, let me know, chat, what you're expecting to see from Cheshire, the other side of this timeout. 54 seconds to play, down by 5. You know, you definitely want to get a quick bucket, but also you want to get a good shot as well. I think possibly the worst thing that can happen is someone pulls up a really, really bizarre pull-up 3 from way too deep, tries to be the hero. Me personally, I'm not opposed to taking the quick 2. I don't think Cheshire's gonna do that 'cause that's just, like that's not in their DNA. Do you know what I mean? Cheshire is inclined to shoot more threes than they are twos. Personally, I would absolutely love to see them take a quick 2, get a stop down the other ends. You know, we don't need a 3, we don't need to be a hero. I think it makes sense. I suspect they'll play a Skylight 3 and he will miss. Yeah. I'd give you pretty good odds that's what they're gonna do because that's what they always do. And you know what? I don't think he makes a lot of them. I think Skylar White's a really good player. He doesn't make a lot of clutch threes though. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe that's not. What do I know? What do I know? I've never shot a clutch three. Let's see. I think you are right though. I think realistically what's gonna happen is LaQuincy's gonna get the ball, Skylar's gonna slip the screen, and he's gonna shoot the three. I don't think they should. I think they should go for the quick two, but yeah, give me a slip screen, Skylar White three for the win. Oh, wow, shut me up, Policelli. What a three. 2-point game. Jeez Louise. No one foul him. No, that- and what does LaQuincy Ridio do? He fouls him. You bailed him out. Woo! Yeah, dude, there's no way this is going under 167. Dude, we're at 164 right now, and we're still going to shoot a bunch of free throws. Bailout call from the ref? Yeah. Uh, I don't know. Bailout call from the ref. It was a tough one. He fouled him. Did he foul him? I want to see the replay again. It wasn't a bailout call by the ref. It was a bailout that LaQuincy Rideau gave them. If he had just hadn't done that secondary bump, trying to get him back over. Anyway, I'm getting in my feelings now. Javar Reynolds hits the first, hits the seconds. He's been clutch at the line when it's mattered in this game. Cheshire take another timeout. Want to talk it over? That Frankie Poliacelli 3-point shot was an absolutely huge shot. Absolutely huge shot. Is he going to hit that again? Whoa, be huge if he does. I like the play though, giving it to Skylar White down in the post, coming off the double screen. Ben Thomas is good in these situations. Um, I think he's good at drawing up plays anyway. I can remember the one that he had last season where he drew up this crazy inbound pass for Larry Austin. Absolutely amazing. Some of the stuff he can draw up. And then obviously there was that one that he had with oh, what's his name? With Nick Timberlake, where he came through the double elevator screen, hit the three, probably at the wing for the game. He can draw it up, man. That is an amazing shot by Policelli. And he's missed a couple as well in the second half. So to come out and hit that shot, that is big time, bro. Big time. Hey, Ethan in the chat. They get an easy slip for the layup, play hard defense. I agree, bro. 44 seconds left. We've still got at least 3 possessions if they get a quick one. Here we go. Brenchley inbounding the ball. Oh no. Gyler shoots the three, misses it. Foul him. Foul. Oh, they had an opportunity there to foul Jonathan Williams, who is a much worse free throw shooter than Tariq Phillips. But instead, they don't do it. Tariq Phillips goes to the line, shoots two. This could be the game right here, chat. Here we go. If he makes both of these, the 3 possession game, 3 possessions, 34 seconds. I think that's tough. Yeah. RIP the under. Bro, the spread on this game though was wild. I know I've talked about this too much already. I'm not gambling that much, I swear. But 13.5 on the spread is wild, bro. If you saw those games on Friday, smash the under. Oh, he misses the second, but he gets his own rebounds. Huge rebounds. You don't have to foul him. There's only 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Does Shavar Reynolds realise that? He's down at 5, stuck at half court. Joel Scott over to Dean Williams. Oh, oh my! Jonathan Williams just dunks in the rebounds. Woo! Wow! And then they get the steal on Skylar White. GG boys. GG. GG. Jonathan Williams looks like a happy mother ducker. Show the replay of that, man. Dean Williams misses the easy layup, and Jonathan Williams smashes it back on Policelli's head. Good job. Greek Phillip at the line, shooting 2. Hopefully stretch this lead out to 8. What a fourth quarter. What a fourth quarter. Look at the point difference already. 28 to 15 in the fourth quarter. 28 to 15 in London's favour in the fourth. Huge comeback, huge point difference. London really, really sealing it and seeing out this game well. Here we go. Cheshire needs something quick. They got no timeouts. Here comes Pat. He decides to go for the 2 because why not? Not like you're down 8. Here we go. Let him dribble it out. Don't foul him. There we go. That's the game, boys. Oh, well done, London Lions. What a good game as well. Absolutely love that. Up and down, high pace, come back, little game of runs. Great to see. Great to see. And London, I think, is just evolving. Uh, Chat, Sergi supporting team. Yes, I do. The Sheffield Sharks. Unfortunately, we played horrendously on Friday. But watch out for us, Leicester. We're coming for you on Friday. Going to be the win. Right, guys, we're going to call it there. 89, 83. Appreciate everyone who's in the chat, who took part of the polls. We'll be dropping videos throughout the rest of the week, talking a little bit of NBA Europe, a little bit of jerseys, SLB jerseys, and then we've got a secret video dropping on Friday. But appreciate all of you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.